This may sound crazy, but I'm working for free. Now, that may sound crazy, especially when I say things like, I'm trying to build a $1 million company in 6 months. Shouldn't I be out chasing revenue? But here's the thing. I don't want my very first garage door inspection in a stranger's home where they're paying me and expecting me to be fast and confident to be brutal. Because the truth is, I'd still be figuring it out. So instead, I'm doing free inspections and work for family and friends. And in this episode, I want to show you why I think that that's the best decision I could make right now, how it's giving me the reps that I need, how it's helping me build empathy for the technicians that I'm eventually going to hire, and the surprising insights that I'm learning about how people actually talk about their garage doors. Hey, I'm Mark, and I'm building a garage door business completely from scratch in public, and my goal is to see if I can turn this into a $1 million company in 6 months starting from January 2026. And every episode, I'm sharing what I'm doing, the real numbers, what I'm learning along the way, and the mistakes that I'm making. Now, when I thought about starting this business, the idea of going into a stranger's home and their garage on day one with them watching me, maybe even timing me, terrified me. It still terrifies me. Like, what if I drop a tool? What if it takes me 3 hours to do a job that should take 20 minutes? What if they ask me a question that I can't answer because I don't know anything? Those are mistakes that you don't want to make when someone's paying you. So I'm reframing it. I'm deciding to invest in myself to learn more about the business by working for free. And I'm doing that with inspections. So I'm lubricating hinges, I'm tightening bolts, I'm checking balance, I'm testing sensors, I'm looking over cables and springs. And it's simple, but it's the first time that I'm kind of doing this, so I'm clumsy. And I keep second guessing myself. But I'm starting to feel a little bit smoother. And that confidence is worth way more to me right now than a couple of $100 that I may have charged. In a minute, I'm going to share the surprising words that people use about their garage doors, words that have already changed how I'm thinking about marketing. But before I do, let me get back to the inspections. Every time I do these inspections, I get more comfortable with the basics. But here's what I didn't expect. The work is super awkward. Like 1 second, I'm crouched down tightening bolts. The next, I'm reaching overhead, trying not to smash my knuckles. Sometimes the doors feel heavier than I expect, or they jerk when I lift them. And that's giving me a whole new respect for the technicians that I'm eventually going to have to hire. Now, imagine doing that kind of work 8 hours a day in a hot garage in July or August, or in minus 30 here in Calgary in the winter. That's why these free inspections aren't just about me learning the motions. They're actually mostly about me building empathy. Because if I don't know what this feels like, I can't expect to lead a team that does it every day. If you're in the trades, I'd love actually to hear from you. Did you start out in the field before running your own company, or did you skip straight over to being the owner? Did you buy into a business? Comment below. I'm curious if I'm the odd one out here, because I don't know much about this business. All right, let me get to what customers actually say now that we've dealt with working for free. That's a big surprise, is that people don't talk about their garage doors the way that garage doors are advertised online. Like, nobody says, I had a torsion spring that failed. Instead, what I'm hearing is they say things like, it's so loud, it woke up the baby, or I just want it to work every time that I hit the button. Or I'm worried this will break and trap my car inside. Or this thing's really ugly and it makes the whole house look bad. That's emotional language. Noise, safety, convenience, appearance, those are things that matter to people. They don't say, oh, the torsion spring cable has frayed and blah, blah, blah. And that's a huge insight for me because it shapes how I speak and how I'll market later. So instead of saying something like, we replace rollers, I can say, we're going to make your door quiet again. Instead of saying things like, we do torsion spring replacements, we'll say something like, we can make sure your door is safe. Now that's the kind of language that connects. And as someone who's run a marketing business, that makes sense to me. And I wouldn't have learned it sitting in front of a computer. I only learned it by asking people in their garages. So, here's what I'm doing these free inspections for. It's not about the reviews, it's about 3 things. Number 1, I gotta get comfortable with the work. If I don't understand it, it's gonna be bad. Number 2 is about developing empathy for the techs who are gonna do this every day. And number 3 is learning the real words that people use when they talk about their garage doors. Those 3 things are going to shape almost everything that I do next. What's one thing you'd fix about your garage door? Is it the noise? Is it the looks? Is it the safety? Is it the convenience? Does it make a weird sound when you press the button? Comment below with the words you'd use, not the fancy technical words. In the next episode, I'm going to share why my entire marketing funnel got put on hold. Because I'm fighting with Google currently. They have suspended my profile and flagged me for advanced verification. Now, that wasn't the week that I had planned for, but it's where I'm at. Subscribe if you want to see whether I can actually turn this garage door business into a $1 million company in 6 months. Either way, you'll see it all right here. Thanks for listening. Have a great day.